This safety video by CMS Safety Management will discuss abrasive blasting and the essential safety considerations for this challenging position. Abrasive blasting uses compressed air or water to direct a high-velocity stream of abrasive materials to clean an object or surface. To etch, clean, smooth, or shape hard surfaces. Using fine abrasive particles, they may blast glass, rock, or metal. In this position, you will have to bend over a great deal and be familiar with confined areas. The importance of on-the-job training cannot be overstated. Prepare yourself for high places, very dusty conditions, tripping hazards, and a boisterous environment. Pressure under pressure is what characterizes this profession. The surfaces, coatings, blast materials, and working conditions for each abrasive blasting operation vary. Before beginning the work, identify all hazards, and assign a knowledgeable person who is trained to identify risks and is authorized to take immediate corrective action to eliminate them. Before starting, hearing loss from noise is prevalent in the industry, so earplugs are recommended prevention. Respiratory damage from abrasive particles and dust like silica pose an additional hazard. Injury from high-speed particles and static electricity, which could become a fire hazard. In safety, you must always think about the unseen concerns. Lead poisoning and flame stripping create lead-containing specks of dust, especially in lead-based paint. Pressure drops in hose lines and ruptured air lines are common concerns overlooked in eye injuries from scale and rust. Isolation and containment. Use barriers and curtain walls to isolate the blasting operation from other workers. Using blast rooms or blast cabinets for smaller jobs. Exhaust ventilation systems in containment structures to capture the dust. This will minimize the effects of dust and allow you to relocate the blasting area if necessary. Whenever blasting is performed in a confined space, the proper ventilation and exhaust system must be in place. Under their protective hood, the operator must wear an approved positive pressure hood supplied by air or an airline respirator. Health hazards. Silica sand, crystalline, can cause silicosis, lung cancer, and breathing problems in exposed workers. Coal slag and garnet slag may cause lung cancer. Copper slag, nickel slag, and glass also have the potential to cause lung damage. Steel grit and shot have less potential to cause lung damage. Slags can contain trace amounts of toxic metals such as arsenic, beryllium, and cadmium. Building professional safety online, step by step. Exhaust ventilation systems in containment structures are to capture dust. Filtered air must be provided to ensure that dust, oil, and vapors are removed. A high-temperature carbon monoxide alarm must also be used. The air supply needs to be tested using a portable CO monitor. If the air supply is a single filter machine, it must be regularly drained, and maintenance logs recorded. There must also be a backup unit available. Blowers and compressors should always be positioned on the windward side of the blasting area. This will prevent dust-laden air particles to enter the blasting area. It's essential that the intake air is free of carbon monoxide exhausts from the compressor. Blasting nozzles must be grounded, preventing the operator from a static electricity charge. When blasting, the sparks can create static electricity and can literally knock you off your feet, putting you at risk. Never blast on live lines or equipment. Always check your surroundings. Abrasive blasting respirators must be worn by all abrasive blasting operators under certain conditions. PPE, when engineering and administrative controls cannot keep exposures to hazardous materials below OSHA permissible exposure limits, respiratory protection must be used. Hearing protection, eye and face protection, helmet, leather tour gloves that protect to a full forearm and apron, safety shoes, and respiratory equipment. Ladders should not be used for blasting. Scaffolds are useful for jobs that require elevation. The blaster and machine operator must maintain a clear line of sight at all times and be free from obstructions. Deadman controls must be located near the nozzle and may not be bypassed. Provided supports on which the nozzle can be mounted must be used. Personal hygiene practice. Eating, drinking, or using tobacco products in blasting areas is prohibited. Wash stations are required so workers can wash their hands and face routinely. Accommodations for the end of their shift. Showers and change areas need separate storage facilities for protective clothing and equipment. Vacuum and remove contaminated clothes before starting work. Keep contaminated clothing and equipment out of the clean change area. Never use compressed air for cleaning purposes except where the pressure is reduced to less than 30 psi. I. Use a less toxic abrasive blasting material and use abrasives that can be delivered with water, slurry, to reduce dust. This concludes our in-depth safety meeting. CMS Safety Management Safety Culture Practices. Don't forget to check the description to receive a free copy of the safety test for your safety meetings. Please subscribe and get updates on new safety meetings. Our goal has always been safety first.